And we turn our attention back to Rivers State, where our correspondent Uche Okoro is live for us monitoring the arrival of the governor. Uche, good to have you join us at this time. Well, the welcome the governor is receiving, does it seem like he now has full control of the state at the moment?
From my assessment, I think it would be too early. It's quite a bit too early to tell. It's still too early to call. He will be arriving at the governor's house any moment from now. I believe, even though his itinerary hasn't been clearly stated, but I'm told that a crowd is gathering at the entrance of the government's house, just as they did yesterday. He will be arriving there probably any moment from now, and he will address them. And I think the answer to your question will reveal itself in the coming days as he fully takes over the reins of power after 6 months.
Quite a welcome the governor is receiving. But talk to us about the plans for today. Are there still more activities lined up at the government house today?
As I said, everything is still, it is still not clear. The governor exited the airport less than 15 minutes ago. His next stop isn't very clear. But I'm predicting that he's heading to the government house. I have people there giving me information of what's happening. So the moment he arrives there, I would know. As to plans, nothing has been clearly stated yet, but I believe that one of the first things that the governor will do, one of the very first things that we expect him to do is to constitute his cabinet, make appointments. We still have 2 outstanding appointments that are very crucial, that persons are expecting to see. That's appointment of the chief of staff and the secretary to the state government. These are some of the first things he will do, constitute his cabinet so that he can resume projects that have been stalled in the last 6 months. So one of the first things he is expected to do is address many projects that have ground to a halt since his exit on the 18th of March.
So you've really been covering this incident since it began. It's still safe to ask you what this whole episode to you really means for the rule of law and democracy in Rivers State. What should we be looking forward to in the coming days?
We should be looking forward to what would turn out to be a very sensitive relationship between the governor and the Governor Siminalayi Fubara and the Minister of FCT, Uche. Yes, both major gladiators in the crisis have they've reconciled, as we are told. They have addressed their differences. They have pledged to work together. So everyone is waiting to see how that's going to play out. How long is this peace going to last? That's the question. How long is this peace going to last? I had a conversation with so many leaders and supporters of the governor, leaders of the state and supporters of the governor, and they are telling me that they are reminding me in their words that Mr. Governor is a man of peace. He's a man who is committed to the interest of the people. So whatever will jeopardize the development of the state, the governor will not be involved in that going forward. So yes, this is actually a very major turning point, significant turning point in the politics and governance of the state. People are hoping to see that the reconciliation not just happens between Mr. Governor and the minister. People are hoping that the reconciliation will also trickle down to their supporters, because you know that many times the war of words and the violent rhetorics that have come from both men themselves, that has come from their supporters. So beyond the 2 main men in the picture, beyond they are shaking hands and hugging each other and smiling at each other after almost 2 years of hostilities. People also want to see their supporters accepting the olive branch as well and ceasing hostilities beyond just today. But those are some of the things that many people will be looking out for. I'm very sure that the next few days will be very, very eventful, certainly very eventful. Maybe not for bad, maybe not for good, but definitely the next few days will be very eventful as Governor Siminalayi Fubara returns to assume his official duties.
Our correspondent Uche Okoro live for us in Rivers. Uche, thank you for joining us at this time.